So when I was a kid, this is going back to like talking about the food.
Yeah.
I used to like imagine that food, that its like ultimate like goal in life was to be eaten. Like that was its like
It is.
what it attained. No. Like
Oh.
like, and
Like
then I would imagine
It worked its way up
imagine
to...
like it's all on your plate, and it's like this is it. This is the end. We're gonna fulfill our destiny.
Pick me.
Like
You know,
sausage fest.
you every time you pick it up and they're all cheering and you go to eat it and like one piece falls to the ground and everyone's like, no, because his life just became meaningless. But I always just imagined it was a party for them and they were like grateful to be eaten.
Sausage fest.
Like basically like a.
I never saw that.
It's
I
horrible.
never saw that movie.
I didn't want
And this
to.
was way before it even
Well,
came
somebody
out.
else thought of you. Or thought of it too.
Stole my ideas again.
But
It's
changed
like,
it.
Like they're sacrificing themselves to the gods.
yeah.
Yes,
You just stole the words out of my mouth.
exactly.
Sorry.
No, they
you
thought
go.
they were going to the happy place though.
Yep.
You'll see it. Don't watch it. It's horrible.
I made about halfway through and then I was like, I'm done.
It's horrible. Huh?
Yeah, it was bad.
That did not look enticing at all.
I had to figure out what happened. I did. I
like a
really.
train wreck.
I
Can't-
know.
can't
Like,
look away from
the OCD comes out a little bit, and you got to
Did
see
you,
how
have
it
to,
ends.
did you have to go take a cold shower afterwards?
No, I had to go repent.
So you're saying that while you took the cold shower, it made you think?
What are those?
The whip?
Yeah.
You whipping yourself?
What is it?
You didn't have a thought in the shower?
Not a single one?
Not a single.
Interesting.
We should talk about that.
And with that, boy, that didn't lead right into it, did it?
You're
Well-
playing t-ball here on Vibes Ground.
I love how you say T-ball, but yet you're tossing up a ball. You just put it on the tee.
That's level 2 T-ball. Throw ball.
Coaching.
It's called
coach's
baseball.
pit.
No, that's
Level
Oh,
2.5.
Welcome back
Underhand.
to Five's a Crowd, everybody. We're all kind of in a funky mood tonight, so
feel
it's
great.
going to be entertaining. It's going to be fun. But tonight we got Cam, Chris, Austin, Zach, and myself, Tony. We decided kind of last minute that we want to do this episode on subreddit ShowerThoughts. We have done it times. We have done it before in the past and thought it was fun. Shut up. Like I said, we're kind of loopy tonight.
good thing it's not just me.
Your energy just spread to the rest of
Right?
us.
Can't even get my woods out.
You know, we it might look a little foggy in here. We might have a little bit of a hot box going.
Maybe we'll just add smoke to it. Make it like,
Give it a
that's the
little-
explanation.
A little filter.
I eat it.
Like, where did we go in this podcast? I don't even know.
It's like in that 70s show when it does the single shots
Well,
on their face and you know
okay.
what's going on, but it's like a...
Yeah.
There's just smoke behind them everywhere.
I'm not gonna lie. I've had the idea of running a 360 camera and having that happen, where the podcast is literally.
Oh, then we would
360
definitely
view.
lose Chris. If he had to have a camera in his face, Chris, I'm out.
Here's the thing, though. Could you imagine that camera
Before you have fun.
automatically looked at who's talking? The thing would explode.
No, it's a 360 camera.
I know, but I mean, like, if it focused on the person who's talking, first episode is
Good
done.
thing it doesn't. It just films everywhere.
It'd be quite the video to watch. Like, you're sitting in between all of us. I feel like they'd think they were on the wrong website.
What?
I don't know. Let's talk about the shower.
All right.
I like showers.
They're nice and
Oh,
warm.
man. Just in case, I don't know how this is going to go, what thoughts we're going to come across, but maybe be cautious with this episode. I don't know if we're going to have...
No, be cautious.
Be cautious?
Pretty much just
Okay.
listen to every one of our episodes first by yourself, and then you can invite other people.
I'm going to start it off, actually.
Please.
So be cautious.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear.
Wait, hold up. We're being cautious?
No.
No.
Be cautious
listeners need to be
listening.
cautious.
yeah.
Listen with headphones
And I'm-
in.
No little ears, please.
I'm showing why on the first.
Here we go.
Shower.
Bring it
thoughts.
on. Bring the heat.
Comparing dick sizes could only be acceptable if we could grow it like any other muscle in the body.
You can.
without a pump.
Oh. You don't ever just like hang a towel on it, see if you can pull the towel up? Never done that?
If you could,
I need to now.
Yeah, you do.
if you could make it,
See?
if you could make
That's
it
another
bigger,
shower
like
thought.
while we're working out a muscle.
Okay.
See,
Does he get a 6-pack? I'm just curious.
Dude, I feel like a lot more
Veiny,
people
just
would
really
be in the
veiny.
gym.
No. It gets like different, like.
It's ribbed. It's for enjoyment.
What, like a butt plug?
Like as you work out, it grows another like rib. Like it's like.
Like it's like each length it gets.
Like you know those lollipops
chink to
that
the
are
cage?
you know the lollipops that are like wrapped
Spiraled?
around the
Yes, sir.
stick and they're locked.
Yeah.
It's like that, but it slowly gets another rib to it as you work it out.
That's disgusting.
We're not an alien.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that's weird, but the question
Valid. We're just saying.
Okay, now I've got questions. Does yours spiral? Real talk. I'm just curious where this thought came from.
let's just
Like
say
upside down. Does a 180.
Is it a little bent? I think there's a name for that.
Doctor turned you upside down to circumcise.
There's probably a Family Guy episode about it.
Sir, your penis is upside down.
that's funny.
I guess.
How big would the rocks be? Just curious.
2 ribs.
All the steroids are
It takes it down
Yeah,
a
they
rib.
counteract it. So
That's got to be a veiny sucker. It's got to
the way
be
he works out.
veiny.
so there's probably not
Settle
one.
down.
You know, I'm a little like your comments about the rock. Seriously, kind of like. I don't know if my friend's bi. I don't know. I can't tell.
Like he's kind
married.
of he's not up to bat for the other team, but he's in the batter's box.
He like flirts on the
Taking-
gay line.
He's like taking practice swings. Like
I'm not even there. I am just so comfortable with my sexuality that I can say when another guy is good looking.
And
that
has a
would
nice
be
penis.
The Rock. I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Oh, do you think it'd be nice though?
It probably
All
would.
right. See, that's what
Have
I'm
you-
saying.
It's really disappointing.
It's probably a lot nicer than mine,
like a
so it's probably not
what if it
disappointing.
just
All
looks
right,
like a
what if it's not though? Think about it. What if yours is bigger? How dope would you feel about
I
yourself?
would feel great about
You're like,
myself.
oh, what?
Just
The
looks
Rock?
like a.
Step
like a-
aside, buddy.
What if it's weird shaped? It just looks like a traffic cone. What is it? It's like not even.
It'll probably look like a bicep,
Well, if it's like 3
forearm,
inches.
and everything.
What? Just on the one side, it's bulging.
It looks like a midget holding grapes or what is a grapefruit? What is that?
an apple.
An apple.
Apple.
Thank you.
If you guys know what the Rock's penis looks like, just
Be honest, have you ever tried Googling it?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Well, he hasn't considered
man.
it until just now. He's like, why haven't I
But
thought
now
of that?
that seed of curiosity,
not without using it.
No, that seed of
without
curiosity will never be there.
Not without using in private browsing, huh?
But if The Rock was in a movie with a sex scene, you would wonder, right?
Oh,
Would you look down?
he's already been in a show with a sex scene.
Hey, actually, The Rock has vowed to never use guns in his movies again, so it'll just be rubber.
What?
Rubber coated?
He doesn't use guns in his movies.
Is it because of the whole?
Alec
Because of
Baldwin.
Alec
Is that what it
Baldwin.
is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's exactly why. So it would just be rubber. It'd be fake.
But
Running that train, huh?
Because he doesn't want that gun in his movie. Get it?
I get it.
The Rock was in a sex scene. And HBO, in his show HBO The Ballers, the very end of season 1, banged a girl on a desk.
Wow.
Oh,
Pants
that's true.
down, showed his butt.
Oh, I wasn't looking at his butt.
Oh, I was.
Oh,
See? That's what I mean, guys.
There
There's that dance.
it is.
There's another
gray
another
area
practice swing right there.
you just flirting on the line.
Hey, man.
I don't believe
Someone's
one
gotta
just
enjoy
to
it.
kind of
Real talk. He sees you.
At the bar.
He's into you. What are you doing? You going home?
No.
Are you going
He
home?
invites you to his place.
What if he's bought you a couple drinks and
You know, you're a little bit loose. You know,
Would you
you're
at least
relaxing.
pretend to be a
Told
little
you
gay
he-
so he'd flirt with you?
He
He
liked
comes
you.
over.
You would, huh?
Yeah.
He comes over.
To get attention from him.
Yeah.
You know,
He
Just
starts
pretend.
rubbing your traps, you know.
the
and he's
moment
like,
he
"Hey."
starts, like really leaning into it and hitting on me, that's the point where I'm like, all right,
Like when he
we're
touches
done.
your dick, you'd
Yes,
be like,
that's
no.
where I'm done. Yeah.
Like you can look at it, but don't touch it.
No,
Yeah,
it's the other
yeah.
way. It's when his dick touches him. That's when he's like, oh, okay. All right.
This is too nice.
Well, we weren't kidding when we said no little
Oh,
ears.
look what you did.
This is the most graphic I think we've ever been.
Oh,
I think this is the
Goodness.
most we've talked about penises on this show.
Yeah, and
We've
I'm
talked
not
about
proud
them quite
about
a
it.
bit.
That's a weird word.
Penises?
That
Penis.
it is.
Would it be penis psi? Like
No,
peni?
we're just gonna
Peni.
Peni.
We've decided peni.
Yep.
Here's one on a lighter note.
note.
The asteroid that ended dinosaurs was technically the highest ratio of killing birds to one stone in Earth's history. I'm glad you got a kick out of it. I got a kick out of
Wait,
that.
say that again.
That is the most dad joke ever.
That's
In
awesome.
a shower thought.
The asteroid that ended the dinosaurs was technically the highest ratio of killing birds to one stone in Earth's history.
wow.
That's
Okay.
good. That's
All right.
It could have been. Do they think it was one asteroid though, or do they think it was like an asteroid shower that hit the Earth though?
Oh, I don't know.
I've heard both.
Really?
It would have to
I don't
only be
think-
one.
I don't think I've ever heard the shower theory.
Like it was an asteroid that broke apart, and then a bunch of it because there's impact places all over the U.S. or I mean all over the world.
Yeah.
But could that be from
nuclear
different
collapse.
times?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be, or it could be from the same
I think they can carbon
because they have
date
the
'em.
same type of nuclear glass on some of them.
Real quick before we get going even further, I would like my wife to know that I do love her and that she is the only one for me.
Until The Rock comes along.
Just want to get that out there. Don't want my wife thinking anything different.
You know, to validate, I can say when I feel like a man is an attractive man, but I don't like to think of them shirtless or naked or anything like that.
Who said I like to think of him shirtless or
I
naked?
didn't.
You were
You have sent
lying.
many posts. I'm fairly certain you sent us a picture or a video in our messaging group, and you even put like a sweating emoji.
You should have waited to just went home and talked to your wife about this in confidence. That's what you should have done. Because you
honey.
opened that door again.
Now, honey, there's a podcast coming out. Skip it.
No, the one I sent you was his new commercial that's debuting during the Super Bowl.
The one with him doing the workout with the chain around his neck.
Yeah.
Should
He
I pull,
always does
should I
that
pull up
workout.
your comment? Let's see.
Hold on, I got one while you're looking that up.
Go ahead.
Spider-Man must always wake up a couple of seconds before his alarm.
Dude, that is annoying.
Oh my gosh! All he's got to do is set his alarm a few seconds later than normal.
Spidey sense, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, so if he sets it a minute later, then he's waking up on time.
On time. Okay.
but that would still be really
Dodge that
annoying.
bullet, but it would suck.
I mean, he'd know when he was getting a call and a text before they came to him. Kind of like how we
you're-
used to have the Spidey sense with those old speakers.
So you sent the video of Dwayne working out, getting sweaty and hot and bothered, and underneath it you said goosebumps, pure goosebumps.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
And then below
because he
that,
was working out. Like, holy crap!
I've never gotten goosebumps watching another dude work out.
Have you seen
then-
him?
Yes,
sorry, that
we
does
saw
not
the video. And then Tony sent an emoji, and this could, I'll put you in the batter box. Did a whole bunch of women dropping their panties. And then he said, Tony, spot on.
Yeah,
Because there's women going to be watching this. dropping
exactly.
their
And they're
panties.
going to be dropping their panties
got
right
you
then and
back.
there.
He loves you, Kara.
That's what The Rock does. Women just drop them right in front of him.
You ever accidentally called Kara Dwayne?
I'm sorry, this is turning into a roast. Really? It's not a roast.
Okay, I'm done. That's enough.
We're just running with it. I'm sorry.
I got one here.
All giggles.
There's
Is it though?
okay.
My cheeks hurt.
That was a good one. You have to appreciate that one.
I do.
Yeah.
I
that
do.
was-
Oh my gosh. Dude, I feel like, you ever seen that at the end of Toy Story when the Barbie's like, oh, my
Yeah.
cheeks hurt.
Are they gone?
Oh my gosh, that's how I feel right now.
It's my jaw.
There's enough sperm sitting in donation centers to impregnate every adult woman on Earth. If men disappeared tomorrow, the human race would continue.
It's disappointing.
We're disposable.
To know that we're useless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like the drones of a beehive.
I mean, it's like we're useless, but also like they wouldn't be able to get rid of us without us. You know what I mean?
Do you know about drones and beehives? So drones are the male bees, and in the winter, the female bees will kick the drones out and just let them die, and then they seal off and they keep warm.
Like later.
Because there's just not enough room in the hive, or
Who
what?
knows? That's just what they do.
Resources.
Freaking bees, man. They're a bunch
wild.
of bees.
I feel
Dude,
like
we should do a podcast just on bees. Bees are insane.
it is cool.
They
Some
are
of the facts
crazy.
about
Remember
them.
that filler episode in 2020 about the those like murder hornets?
Yeah, whatever happened to them? A week later, they were
Bees
gone.
took care of them.
our bees got our back. They took them out. So here's a fun one. You can tell how bad inflation is or has been over the years just by how much money people steal in heist movies.
Ah, good point.
You know, funny example of that is Austin Powers. He says $1 million and they laugh at him. And so then he has to say $100 billion.
yeah.
That's funny.
Yep, and that number just keeps going up. I always notice that too, especially in like TV shows when they're like, "Oh, they got away with $200,000 in cash," and I'm like, "That's not that much." Like, I feel like
That would
you
buy a shanty in
waste your
Salt
life.
Lake.
You might as well get like quite a bit more.
On the outskirts of Salt Lake.
Seriously,
Not even in Salt Lake anymore.
Yeah.
and they're always talking how they're gonna like run off to an island and live in seclusion forever on that much money, and you're like, what island?
Antelope.
Alcatraz? Oh.
Antelope Island.
Oh.
I got one. This one's funny just because of the way it's worded. Our buttholes are watertight. We can go swimming, get water in our ears, nose, and mouth. Our butts, however, no water. Amazing.
Well, could you imagine if they weren't? We'd be leaking all the time. We'd look like slugs.
I had water forced into my butthole once.
Yeah.
That boating accident. I was getting pulled behind a tube.
The one that caused
Thrown out.
Harold.
I've
Harold the
had
hemorrhoid.
a-
Yeah.
Hold up, what?
I've had a fall on the water that's like split my butt cheeks.
Dude, I felt
Like stung for a while.
I was farting like a rainbird for a while.
Oh my God.
Was it clear?
I don't know, man.
Like, did you have to make sure you were over a toilet every time you needed to pass
It
gas?
was just I'd go in the water just to make
rough.
sure.
Yeah.
It was in a lake. I was on a tube. I got thrown off the tube, landed straight on the old BH, and I felt things.
Ugh.
It got shot right in there.
Felt things you never thought you'd feel before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't feel good. But yeah.
It's very convenient that every planet in Star Wars has the same force of gravity.
Right? I've never considered that.
Neither
Yeah.
have I. Also, here's a
Like the
fun one.
moons and everything.
Yeah, everything. Vampires keep getting into relationships with mortals because they know they'll eventually get their inheritance, which is also how all vampires become wealthy.
That makes sense.
Right?
Now, also, going back to the gravity one, there is one show that I've actually seen where they play to the gravity thing, and that's Futurama. There's an episode where they go to a planet where it rains diamonds and stuff. Do you guys remember that? Oh my gosh, I freaking cried laughing at that episode.
I don't remember.
Are they all flat on the ground?
They had to like carry this little tiny ball, and Bender was all like, I could do it. And then they get there and he just can't, and he's getting impaled and dented. By just rain. Oh, it's hilarious.
Is it because of just how dense it was on the planet? So
the gravitational pull was
Fun
insane.
fact: Saturn actually it rains. It rains
Does it rain
carbon,
diamonds?
which once it gets closer to its center turns into diamonds.
That's crazy.
But
Jeez.
there's no way to send anything in to get it because the force of gravity is so strong it would destroy everything we can send in there.
That was Saturn?
Yeah.
Really?
The force of gravity, meaning like as a ship or probe or whatever approached, it would be sucked to the planet
Oh yeah.
and
Just
just
destroyed.
wow.
Saturn is the second biggest planet in our solar system.
Yeah.
Next to Uranus.
Touche.
I'm sorry. It was low hanging fruit, man. I had to sucker punch it there.
Joke's on you. That's the fourth biggest planet.
And it's pronounced Uranus.
I think it is Uranus.
I think it is Uranus.
I think you're correct.
That is correct.
On the vampire thing, did you see that they drink blood to get their vitamin D because they can't go out into daylight?
They're immortal.
Interesting.
Do they need vitamin D though?
Sucks
they
for
just-
them because no human can produce the right amount of vitamin D.
Huh.
That's why they just keep going multiple
I got a funny one.
at the time.
The longevity of the Jackass crew is a testament to modern medicine.
We need to go see the new one.
Yeah, we
Yeah, we
It's out in
Dude, those
theaters.
movies make me hurt.
They're not wrong though.
Steve-O is a madman still.
Johnny I mean, you can see the deterioration, but it is amazing they're still alive.
But for what he's been through, the dude looks great.
Yeah. They are also a modern, like, opposing debate to Darwinism.
They are constantly on the like
The
They're all
teeter-totter.
mentions, the honorable
honorable
mentions.
mentions. That's
Yeah,
what I was trying to
honorable
think
mentions.
of.
Yeah.
I can't find. I came across this one a few days ago, but I can't remember exact wording. But it was like, no one likes singing "Happy Birthday," and no one likes "Happy Birthday" being sung to them. So what are we doing here?
It's so true.
Valid.
You know, I had a question about that. What key was the first "Happy Birthday" sung in? Like I never know what key to sing it in.
Like, you're not sure if you're like, happy birthday, or you're like, happy birthday.
Right. You kind of just go with the crowd. Like if you're
Yeah.
singing with a bunch of kids, you're
You go with
naturally
your
in a
off-key
higher
ant and just deal with it. Apparently, that song is also like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not royalty free.
It's not. It's
No.
owned by someone.
Yeah.
Really?
No
Yeah.
way.
Nah.
It's something I heard, didn't do much research because I didn't really care that much, but it's something I heard.
If you started out and then everybody goes in a different key, you're like, happy birthday.
It's like the Carl's Jr. commercial. Happy birthday. Everyone's doing something weird.
Here's one. The movie Free Willy. The movie Free Willy is about freeing a captive orca while using a captive orca to play the orca they're trying to free from captivity.
It's a mouthful.
That is a conundrum.
I believe they call that irony.
The sad thing is, too, did you know that their dorsal fin flops over like in Free Willy because they are depressed?
Oh,
It's because of captivity.
but they're
Yeah.
also the murderers of the ocean, and they play with seals by throwing them 80 feet into the
Dude,
ocean.
I was just gonna say this.
hey, dude.
I still think they're the coolest whale out there.
They don't
Oh,
know.
no way, man. They're jerks.
They're
Dude, they're freaking
They
smart,
actually
though.
they do plot murder.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
are
Well, they plot to.
they're
to
assassins.
feed,
Yeah.
Well, they're also.
but they play with it unnecessarily.
yeah, well, that's just it too. Is they will play to kill something for fun.
Yeah.
They won't even
Like
eat
a
it.
cat.
Yeah,
Cats will do that.
yeah. Cats are weird.
Wolves will do that too.
Have you ever watched the video of them throwing
Yeah.
seals?
Yeah.
They don't. Okay,
They
correction.
launch.
They don't throw them. They freaking punt them.
Yeah, they get there. Boom. I mean, they're 100 feet.
You were so excited about that.
I've never felt so bad and laughed at the same time.
Well, they'll punt one, and then the other one will hit its tail and hit it. Yeah, it'll knock it in the air, and the other one will be waiting for it and tail swat
I watched
it.
this video once of them getting a seal off of an iceberg.
Really?
And they all swim up in a pod,
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 of them, and then one will be on the other side.
Waiting.
Okay, and they can't get to it.
He's the catcher.
So they'll swim really fast and come up right before it, and then drop, and it sends a wave across it,
And
pushing it off the other side,
Yeah.
and the other one grabs it.
It's genius.
Yes.
They are that smart.
Yes.
Yeah,
That is
dude.
It causes the
terrifying.
ice to like tilt, causing the
And
wave to shoot across it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They also don't attack humans in the wild. There's not a case of them attacking a human in the wild.
You know
A
what,
wild
though?
orca. attacking
There
a
was, I can't remember, I'm going to butcher the stat, but it was like one orca amassed for like 17 kills at SeaWorld over the course of like 30 or 40
Didn't they
years.
made a documentary? Wasn't that a Blackfish documentary?
human.
It
Well,
was
in
about
captivity, yeah.
Oh
Because
yeah.
it was super.
I
it was
heard about it.
depressed and angry, and so it
I
like
can't believe
attacked
it
its
killed
trainers.
that many people though before it,
They find like, yeah, let's get rid of this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Did
how
they let
do you,
it go?
I have no idea.
Probably put it down because that's what people
But
do.
still, you think like
Let Shamu go.
you
It
kill
was Shamu, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I
No,
Shamu and
Tilikum.
Tillicum.
Tilikum.
till
I come?
what?
Shut up. Who did that? Who did that? That is just mean.
like, no.
I would have killed you too.
Till I come.
Oh my gosh.
Swim till I come.
Till I come.
Nicknamed Tilly.
Tilly the Dilly.
Tilly Dilly. Oh, let me see. Well, this one doesn't say. Hey, he sired 21 calves. I guess his name's correct.
What?
I don't know actually if this one. Oh wait. First death, second death, third death. There's 3 deaths.
I thought it was some crazy high number like 17.
This one, if this is it, this one killed 3 people.
Oh. I swear there was a lot more than that. But anyway,
Might be another one.
it's just weird to me that, a dog can bite someone and they'll put that dog to sleep. But, an orca kills a few
yeah.
people and it's like,
I see what you're saying.
we'll just keep working with
There's
it.
a lot more dogs. Just
Got a point.
I don't know.
You know, I heard another one is dolphins. Dolphins are mean or can be.
They're horny.
They're also
They're
very,
horny.
Very
well, because
horny.
I heard they'll come up and they like ram with their snout.
Well, that's how they fight. That's what they kill sharks that way.
Yeah.
They'll hit them in the gills.
It's crazy.
No, but they'll also hump people.
They'll actually push a guy away from a girl to hump the girl.
I've heard that dolphins are the only other species on Earth that have sex for pleasure.
Prove it.
Well, they are mammals. They'll also. So this is a kind of fun fact. They mate for life,
Yeah.
and so if their mate dies, a lot of times they'll go back to where they met and kill themselves.
Is that true?
How do they
Yeah.
kill themselves?
They like shoot out of the water and like try to break their necks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's depressing.
It's also like
That
poetic.
kind of seems like a dolphin, doesn't it? Like I feel like if a dolphin is going to go into this like emo phase and
They're
want to kill
dramatic.
itself, yeah,
Well, it can't. Doesn't have any hair to flip. So
And in another case of modern knowledge debunking us, I'm completely wrong.
I was thinking.
Dolphins are not monogamous animals and do not typically mate for life.
They try to hump people, man.
Some believe bonds between males are the strongest and most enduring in bottlenose dolphin societies. Females, on the other hand, tend to maintain weak to moderate bonds with other females that are more complex and less stable over time.
It's like having a good set of buddies.
The more you know.
But they can blow rings of bubbles underwater. I've seen it.
I've seen.
Good save.
And they'll play with it. Have you ever seen it? They'll blow a ring and they'll actually like go up with their nose and play with it and they can throw it.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
But they don't try to kill themselves.
Yeah, but they're kind of lame in the love department. Losers.
I mean, I don't know how they could be monogamous. They try to even hump different species.
All right.
They actually say they masturbate against things. I was bored one day.
Apparently.
You know,
I swear I heard that. I might have made that up, but I swear I heard that somewhere.
on the subject of
I'm like a sea sponge.
animals doing stuff like that, I saw that is it sea lions that there will be one like bull sea lion that kind of claims a beach, and he is the only one allowed to mate with all the females on that particular beach. So the other males get sexually angry and start humping other things, and so they've been like videoed humping penguins and things like that.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Oh my gosh. It's weird that we don't have more like weird crossbreeds just in natures.
Well, that's funny that you say that, because I was listening to another podcast and they brought up that the DNA has to match in order for you to reproduce. And so it's like, how crazy would it be if like you could crossbreed across species?
Like a dolphin or a penguin walrus.
Yeah.
A walrus. Or what else? What else? Like a giraffe and a friggin'
Rhino.
Crocodile.
rhino, dude. A girino? Can you imagine? It's got this big old thick neck, dude. Looks like a turtle.
With the horn still coming out of its nose. It like weighs it down.
But it's got these dainty little legs, so it just drags its head around. It can't lift it up.
My brain won't let me think of that. I'm trying.
That's crazy, man. Of course, the podcast I was listening to, they took it to the dark side. And it's like, yeah, you see this, Fred-looking giraffe running around.
Dude, I wish someone out there could just like animate these ridiculous ideas.
They do. I've seen some photoshops of different animals. Like there was one where it was like a horse and an anteater or something like that.
So wait, would that be a whore eater?
Depends on the day.
Depends on the location, probably.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, maybe the reason we haven't had any visitors from the future is because we don't have a future.
Touche.
Oh,
Jim Groening, though. Or is it Jim?
Groening.
Matt
Or
Groening.
Matt Groening. Matt Groening, though.
He has to be a time traveler.
He has to be, man.
Who's he?
The Simpsons writer, creator.
Oh, yeah. I knew that. No,
Predicting everything.
Right. A keychain is a ring invented so that you can lose all your keys at once.
That's how I feel about the cell phone pocket thing that you put all your debit cards and everything in. It's like, you can lose your phone
Just
and
lose it
debit
all
card and
together.
driver's
And your
license all at the same time.
Do it all proper.
All those eggs in one basket.
Go big or go home.
I'll bet mosquitoes who bite heroin addicts gotta wonder what the heck they just ate.
Do you think that's real?
I mean, it's gotta affect them somehow.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
guess
they
it's
just like actually just explode.
I guess it does. Like they do inject it right into their bloodstream. So
What about like a diabetic or someone who lacks the sugar in their blood? Do you think mosquitoes get a different?
They probably just get tired.
Leave them alone. You're not worth it.
I like this one. Biting your tongue while eating is the perfect example of how you can still screw up even with decades of experience.
For real.
Dude, I felt that way about choking on water.
Yes.
Like just drinking water and you're like, and I always just yell my age because I'm mad. Like, I'm 34.
I've always wondered the biting the tongue thing. It's like, I've chewed food the same way my entire life. What the hell just happened?
Yeah.
Like, you're just randomly like,
Yeah, especially when you're not doing anything.
right? That's a good one.
I hate biting my tongue.
Online gaming is the only place as an adult you can talk shit to a child and no one does anything.
Oh my gosh, that makes it so much more fun.
I think that's because they realize it's necessary for the sanity of the human race.
Because that child is destroying you in whatever game you're playing. So
The child will come back from it. The adult needs to get some stuff off their chest.
This one I've thought about before. The sounds of nature is millions of animals and birds trying to get laid. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Oh, man.
From bugs to big animals. That's usually when they
true.
communicate.
It's like you're in it's like you're in the nature's brothel.
For real.
Here you go. Both sexes can have sex with a Pringles can, but neither can do it efficiently.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I just have to rub it along the edges.
Jeez. You know, on the animal thing, on that, have you ever wondered? So, like, we watch like documentaries and stuff showing how like birds and different animals will do their dances and like court and stuff to try and win a mate. Do you ever wonder if animals watch us and think, what the hell are they doing to try and get their mate? Like, as we do different things, like think of us at like a club dancing or something, you know?
Have you ever seen a peacock try and like swoon another?
With like the big feathers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the creepiest thing. It's so cringy to watch.
But the sad thing is I don't get how something so beautiful can't score all the time. like the women are just like, whatever.
Have you ever? I've thought that, especially in the birds, how it's like the male has these beautiful feathers, and like from a human's perspective, just looking at it, it's like they all look the same, but for some reason she sees something in him compared to him. I don't know.
That's a good point.
Yeah, for real.
Like every male peacock in my eyes looks exactly the same. But a female peacock is going to look at him entirely different.
And pick one.
Yeah.
It's probably like us. I think we all look the same.
Oh, y'all look alike.
Pink, fleshy people.
It's like, why are you wearing that stuff over your clothes or over your bodies? If you think about it, our clothes are our feathers, right?
Oh.
Could be. Or our hair.
Or our hair.
Our fur.
Our hair is our hair.
Our fur, though. Furlough.
I mean, when you think, and then we spray cologne on it, that's our pheromone that we're putting out.
We actually have a pheromone. We just clean it every day.
It's true.
It's because it stinks.
I've heard somewhere that BO actually does trigger something that turns you on.
Like
Pheromones.
Yeah.
pheromone.
Yeah. Your pheromones, yeah.
Ugh.
Not the onion smell.
Yeah, not the dirty subway smell.
Free old Lay's chips.
Bringing mayo and relish.
What made you think of mayo?
Dude, when
It's
I
never
smell
smelled-
BO, I legit think of Subway, the restaurant, every time.
Really?
It smell. I don't know if I just walked into like some heinous Subway once upon a time and it locked that scent memory. You know, like it recorded it and now I can't re-record it.
It's a life event.
Yeah. So I smell BO and I think of Subway.
I think
Really?
of like ketchup and onions, like off a double cheeseburger or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't think of food at all.
And sometimes feet smell like Doritos.
Oh, mine
What
smell like
the hell?
butthole.
Not mine.
That's
I
dog,
know, but just
That's dog's feet. Dog's feet smell
Stink.
like
Doritos. Kids' feet too sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. If
Fritos or Doritos?
Yeah.
if they don't actually put on clean socks.
Like Cool Ranch?
there's one that I think smells like a certain food, but I'm not going to say it.
Say it.
No,
no, we know what he's
Well,
talking
now I'm curious.
I'll tell you after.
I mean,
Okay.
I
I'm
get it.
gonna guess it's
Don't say it.
People who can properly handle the lottery winnings are least likely to buy a lottery ticket.
It's true.
That's true. I like this one. In a span of a few years, our parents go from telling us that sex is bad to, I want grandkids.
Yeah, valid.
Right.
Vegans use plants to make them taste like animals, but no one uses animals to make them taste like plants.
Because that would be stupid. Animals taste delicious.
Yep. Even the people who don't like animals agree.
You know, that reminds me, I still get a kick out of every time when I hear the one where it's like, you know, when I'm grilling a steak on the grill and you smell that and it makes my mouth water, do vegetarians get the same thing when you're mowing the lawn?
I've seen that. No, because they're miserable.
That's when they're farming their lettuce.
You got it. Like farming lettuce.
I don't even know. This is
Kale. It's kale.
Being an adult is eating the crust, not because you like it, but because you paid for it.
That's so true.
Gosh, that's true.
Oh gosh.
I hate how true that is.
Harry Potter was way too emotionally stable for a kid raised by people who hated him.
After his parents were brutally murdered.
Right? It's because he's a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry. That's what he meant by that. He's like, how did you just not give in?
It's not because he has powers or anything.
You're going to appreciate this one because we've made this joke before on Men Try.
Yes.
Sunny D tastes like someone made a bet that they could make orange juice without oranges.
It's true.
Solid.
It's so true.
We
and
have
it's
said
so
that.
good.
And they decided to use battery acid as part of the ingredient.
Oh, it's so good though.
I can't tell you the last time I drank Sunny D.
I haven't had it in forever, but I remember loving it as a kid.
I think last time I had it is when it was still called Sunny Delight
Oh yeah.
before they dropped the Elite.
Now it's just that Sunny D.
I was always more of a Tang person.
Dude, I remember Tang. That was like
love
the
Tang.
astronauts drink.
Yeah, dude. Do they still have it?
Uh-huh.
I remember there was an orangutan involved.
Yeah.
He was the mascot, wasn't he?
Yeah, my father-in-law, he'll actually, as a little ice cream snack, he'll take vanilla ice cream and the Tang powder, put it in the vanilla ice cream, and then stir it up until it makes a Tang flavored shake.
Like a sherbet.
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually really good. It's almost like an orange cream a little bit.
Here's another good one. Both concrete and glass are made of both concrete and glass are mostly made of sand, which makes skyscrapers just really tall sandcastles.
Nice.
I like that.
That's cool. Every child is trained by their parents for a world that is one generation out of date.
Say that again?
Every child is trained by their parents for a world that is one generation out of date.
Yeah, I get that.
Because you teach your child based off of how you were raised, but already they're behind.
Cam's got a good one.
I hope it's as good as my reaction, but that was my reaction. One day, people will stop associating their grandparents and great-grandparents with black and white movies and photography.
Ooh.
Weird,
That's
I think we're already there.
crazy.
right?
Yeah.
And I mean, it does make me think of this funny post I saw once where it's like, what was it? Parents in the 70s. It's like, look, son, I found a picture of your grandma, and she's like super dignified and beautiful and strong and like a woman that you kind of be afraid of, you know?
Right. Would respect.
And then it's like children in 2020. Look, son, I found a picture of your grandma, and she's like doing like half drunk, makeup smeared, like boob hanging out,
Or like duck face. Like,
yeah. And I was like, oh, that's sad.
Dude, isn't that wild to think,
Oh.
though?
Yeah.
See, I
That's
think
so weird.
picture wise, I think I associate my grandparents more with that burnt out photo. Like, you know,
Like
the
70s.
yeah, like kind of even though my parents were more 70s than my grandparents, but for some reason I just think of that where the photo's kind of focused in the middle, but as it gets to the edge, it's like
a vignette.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know the terms, but
Fancy
yeah.
words.
Oh, it's just like the round blur.
Yeah.
There's like a ring of blur outside of
Yeah.
it.
You know what's weird to think about is thinking generationally about your kids. Like, granted, I have 2 daughters, and that's not going to come for a long time, but you're a lot closer to that stage than I am. But like your kids, so you'll be a grandparent, will be like in that era that you're talking about, where you're no longer in the you're not the black and white, you'll be listening to like Eminem, not Frank Sinatra. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the music we were raised on is going to be the music of grandparents when we're that age. And that's interesting to think about if that was your grandparent.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
And here's the other weird thing is like our grandchildren and great grandchildren are going to be closer to us for having seen us or being able to see us at any time on YouTube
Yes.
as young adults.
Yes.
They're going to be able to
that's
connect
so
with
weird
us
to think about.
and use that crap against us.
So thinking of it in terms of like genealogy, it's like right now, as you do your genealogy and you look at your great grandparents, you're finding old photos and different things like that, journals, diaries, things like that, where our great grandkids are going to do their genealogy and find YouTube and different
And
things
like
that.
MySpace pictures.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
those
hey,
are
you want
gone.
to see your grandpa? Look up this.
Whatever happened to Jared from MySpace?
One chip challenge.
He was my first friend. Hey, me too.
It was everyone's. No, wasn't it Tom?
It was Tom.
Oh, that's who his name. Oh,
We're great friends, aren't
Jared
we?
was Subway.
Yeah, he's
right.
in jail.
oh yeah. When you say poop, your lips do the same thing your butthole does when you actually poop.
It's accurate. It's gross.
It depends on the
Do it slow motion.
Stop.
it depends on the poop.
Was may you go.
Or more like a
No, if my mouth did what my bum did earlier today, it would do.
And have a poo though.
I guess eventually. That reminds me of a joke that my father-in-law told, of all people. Why does a poop taper at the end?
So your butthole doesn't slam shut.
Yep.
if you can give a half star in a 5-star rating system, then it might as well be a 10-star system.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's
Didn't even
interesting.
think about that until just now.
Interesting.
Sneaky buggers.
Yeah, but then the joke in The Longest Yard wouldn't be as funny. When Chris Rock is a half a star. Do you remember that?
Yeah, of course.
They rate all the inmates on a 5-star system on how dangerous they are, and Chris Rock gets a half a star. If he was a 1 star out of 10, that wouldn't be as funny.
I can see that. The fuller your iPhone battery at the end of the day, or phone battery, the better your day was.
That's wholesome.
The tech geek would be like, or the better the phone.
That's accurate, though.
It's funny.
A man
Dang,
can...
that kind of makes me want to make it a challenge to see
Right?
what I can end the day on.
Right?
See if I can leave it in like the 80s or something.
See how
That
many
is
days
kind
you
of
can go.
a fun little challenge. We should all challenge ourselves. Like, pick a day, and at the end of the day, we'll report to each other and say where our percentage is
We'll
at.
screenshot it, send it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Send a screenshot of the device performance so you can actually see the battery
Yep.
levels.
You see the percentage of apps used.
Make sure that no one's charging midday.
Yeah.
A man can go through his whole life not knowing he is sterile. He just thinks condoms and birth control work really well.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, until he's married trying to have kids.
Sorry, Chris.
Ooh, here's one that's kind of creepy. Your baby teeth are out there somewhere.
They
Oh.
degrade, don't they?
I don't think teeth
they
do.
don't.
No, dude, they don't even burn.
It's that fucking tooth fairy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Touchy subject.
She's hoarding them.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Wow, that's wild to think about.
That's gross. Where are they?
Tooth fairy, man.
On a side note, have you guys ever seen a skeleton? This is like really sad to think about.
No, I know where you're going.
But have you guys ever seen the skull of a baby?
Yeah.
what it looks like with teeth?
Well, you don't even have to see the skull. Like my neighbor, his son just had to have one of those 3D X-rays where the thing goes around their head, and he still has baby teeth, and even in the X-ray you can see them.
Really?
It's crazy.
So you're born with your adult teeth, but they're tucked up underneath your eye sockets.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
And they make their way down.
Oh my
So
gosh.
you like in a baby's, like if you were to take an X-ray, you could see their adult teeth above their baby teeth.
Oh my gosh.
It is honestly
It's
haunting.
horrific.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Bro, that's a horror movie in the making right there. Oh my gosh.
Makes you look at your baby a whole different way.
Add that
you
to the
have you
things
ever
I wish
seen
I
his
never
act?
saw.
I've seen it.
Seriously. Why did I look it up? That is
Sorry,
so
man.
bad.
Oh, click it off. Sorry, man.
What's that?
I'm gonna
Where
go home
people-
and just poke her in the face, see if I can feel it.
What's that? Fear that people have of holes, like holy objects.
I know what
That's
you're talking
kind of
about.
what
but I
that
can't-
that
yeah.
would give me that.
I can't remember the name of it.
I don't like that. Why would you?
Here's
Weird.
Here's a fun one. The most unbelievable thing in Guardians of the Galaxy is the fact that a cassette tape could still be playable after 25 years of frequent playing.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know though, because I feel like old stuff has a lot better quality than new stuff.
Well, I mean, you got to think though, isn't it's like a magnetic tape,
Yeah.
and flying through the
Oh, that's
galaxy
true.
probably has a lot of magnets. Magnets? How do they work? A boomerang is just a frisbee for a lonely person.
Not reading it.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not reading that one either, man. That one's bad. Okay, here's one.
Now I'm curious.
If you were invisible, you could have a perfectly normal relationship with a blind person.
If you were what?
If you were invisible, you could have a perfectly normal relationship with someone who is blind.
Except that everyone would think the blind person's crazy.
I was just about to say, but the blind person couldn't have a normal relationship with you because everybody would think they were crazy.
Touche. Unless you put a mask on your face like Hollow Man.
That's good. That's true. I mean, the best example of that is Fantastic Four. When the Thing is dating that blind lady.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Touche. Because that's real life.
We're lucky that our bodies require sleep. Otherwise, our cultures would have us working 16 to 20-hour days.
Oh, gosh.
Probably.
Say that one again.
We're lucky that our bodies require sleep. Otherwise, our cultures would have us working 16 to 20-hour days.
Ugh. It's true, right?
The person standing in front of you is technically the person standing farthest behind you.
Oh, my gosh.
Jeez.
That's so dumb.
The person standing in front of you is standing the furthest behind you.
Okay.
That's
That's
stupid.
dumb.
That's a shower thought, though. Like, it's the most showery shower thought.
It's not false.
It's accurate.
Adult men with ponytails either have a sword collection or a shelf of dragon sculptures.
I feel like there's a weight limit there too. Because I mean,
Well, it depends.
you got, let's say, a soccer player. It seems like the majority of soccer players have long hair that keep it in a man bun.
They have a
And I don't
Sword
see them
collection.
having swords or dragons.
I feel like they're the people who would have them because
sword
they could buy the
collection.
legit swords.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then the big
Okay.
ones have the dragon collection.
Dude, I've had this thought before, and you'll appreciate this one. The fact that we can't fully control our own organs and bodily functions is like we don't have admin privileges of our own bodies.
Valid.
I,
Right?
Yep.
You're like, why am I doing this?
Like, stop making that noise.
I hate it when my body makes a legitimate fart sound, but from the inside. And you're like, I swear I had no control over
it's
that.
like from your lower intestines.
Yeah.
Just like, and you're like,
I hate that.
oh, throat gurgles are always the worst.
You know what I've heard that the most painful thing that we can experience is our acid eating our stomach lining, but our mind blocks it out.
I remember reading that too.
Is that real?
I don't have any idea.
Now that you've done the whole
'Cause,
dolphin thing, I feel like it's going to be a fake story.
do you have nerves in your stomach?
I don't know, but it makes sense.
I read somewhere that your eyeball
Yeah,
doesn't have
neurons.
any filling, but I can sure fill it when I touch my eyeball.
Well, because I remember the post. It said something about that. And then it's like, actually, everything your body does inside is quite painful. Your brain just can block it.
Well, then why can't they block other things?
Brains are stupid smart.
Because some things are normal pain, I guess you would have. Other things, it's like the warning sign. It's like, warning.
So it makes you wonder,
You're
like,
getting burnt.
let's say
You're
when you
getting cut.
swallow like a sharp chip or something and it's hurting all the way down.
Warning.
How much is it actually hurting if it's actually triggering your brain for pain?
It's kind of like the spiky poops.
Yeah.
They hurt, and you look at them, and they're like that big. You're like, what was that? What was that all about?
Like, why does your brain trigger pain on the inside for certain things?
Yeah, or like the one chip for me. Dude,
Warnings.
that is so painful internally.
It's a warning.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's literally where your brain's like, yeah, that's not me.
Hey,
Danger.
That's
You're-
not,
you're pushing it,
I
buddy.
mean, I'm doing some stuff, but that's not it.
Yeah.
That should not be going up your bum.
Speaking of bodies, anything that detaches from the human body instantly becomes gross.
Dude, that's so true. Dude, I remember in the very early stages of menstruation, we would like wax or we would shave or something. And I
So
did
gross.
not want to touch anything that came off your body.
Yep.
It was
I mean, I get it.
extremely grossed
I
out.
get it.
Now it's just like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
On the body thing, I read one. I don't remember where it was at, so I don't remember the exact wording, but it was something along the lines of, your brain knows where every organ is in your body, but it just won't tell you.
Yeah. Wow. Dang.
Right? How great would I feel like we need like a daily like printout, and your brain's like, okay, this one's working optimally. This one's about 70%.
It's got like an OBD2 sensor.
Yeah,
You just plug in.
Yep.
Kind of like the ski lifts. You get to see like this one's operational. Yep, check, green check. This
Yeah,
one,
it's like
warning sign.
We have like check engine lights.
That's awesome.
With Neuralink, we may.
Crap. Yeah.
Neuralink's
That
wild.
reminds me of that meme where it's like when you turn 30 and you sneeze and it shows the dash of a car with all the little warning lights on.
Dude.
Yeah.
Have you had a painful sneeze yet?
Oh, for sure.
If you had one where you cracked your sternum,
Yes.
oh, it hurts so bad.
Popping my sternum is one of the scariest things.
It's so scary.
Because you do it on accident, and then you sit there and think, how can it pop? It's solid.
Your one about the organs thing reminded me that there's another shower thought. It's something like the brain is the only organ to have named itself.
Valid. Boom.
Can you imagine? he's
That
up
one's
there.
deep.
He's up there, and he has to like name everybody, and you got someone down at the bottom. He's like, "Hey, me next, me next." Shut up, rectum.
What if the brain's up there actually going, it's Brian, you're just dyslexic.
That would make sense. He's naming himself. My name's Brian.
Wouldn't it be Muckter?
The brain.
Muttker. That's what it'd be. Trying to spell rectum backwards.
No, on the sternum thing, that reminds me, there was one time when I was little.
You get there.
What?
What?
He just got the
My Brian was a little behind on that one.
He's all Brian.
Oh gosh.
I thought you picked a random name for rectum. Look, he's in there like, no, Rick, that's Brian. Next to Steve. He's
my
by
gosh.
Timmy. Like,
I'm glad it's not just me.
Your Brian is a little slow right now. Might be hitting that slap happy stage.
But no, when I was younger, I went to pick up some of my dad's weights. He had a couple free weights. And of course, at the time, they were like way too heavy for me. And I'm standing over them. There's two of them like this. And I go to pull, and I felt my entire chest cave in. And I swear my shoulders almost touched. Like I was pulling, and all of a sudden it was like, boom. Like it was like real quick. And it like freaked me out. I was like, oh my gosh.
You
Like,
dislocated your shoulders?
no, it was like
whole
my
chest.
chest right here caved in, bringing my
Don't you?
yeah, I use it's gotten a little stiff in its old age.
Don't you have like a crazy chest?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it might have been from that. Who knows?
I forgot all about that.
Do you have a nose on your chest? Is that what it is?
what?
Like, I don't know if you can
bump
see
out?
it, but
No,
yeah.
isn't there like one side further out than the other?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, I have a friend his sternum like sticks out.
it looks like a nose, huh?
Yeah, kind of like
My
a
brother
giant
had
nose.
that.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh, funny stuff. Any good ones before we...
If you remember being breastfed, then you were too old to be breastfed.
True.
We're ending on that one. That one's good. That one's solid. That one's solid.
All right.
That's hilarious. That's good.
That's awesome. Well,
Valid.
thank you, everybody. That was fun. Just a good, lighthearted episode. I thought this was great. Sorry it started off with a roast on Zach.
It's all good.
He fell asleep through the other half, so it's all good.
I hit a wall, so I apologize.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you at all. We often scour Reddit for good ideas. So if there are any subreddits that you think that we should, dive deep into, let us know down in the comments. Seriously, we are all kind of pretty much novices. Maybe some of us are more amateur, but we're definitely not hardcore into Reddit, except for just a few subreddits. So let us know if there are any that you think would be fun or worth chatting about.
Yeah.
We're always open to new and good ideas. It'd be awesome.
The best part about most of the Reddits that we do is we can kind of just do them on a whim and have fun with it. And so
Yeah,
I like them.
they're fun.
But I hope you guys had fun. Please like and subscribe, rate us, and leave comments. We always love to hear about whatever thoughts you have on our episodes. So, but otherwise, we will see you next week. And thank you so much for being part of this crowd.
Yeah. Later,
you.
guys. Love you.
Ciao.
Bye.